Cooper Marchie here. Tiffany Dodd, a local rescuer, got an urgent call about a cat family stuck inside a house for weeks. Their owner sadly passed away, and they had no access to food or water and were forced to live in a chaotic environment. When Tiffany arrived and entered the house, what she saw broke her heart. The house was a mess and the poor cats were nowhere to be found. Tiffany could see they were using the bathtub as a litter box. She was concerned that some of the cats may not have survived, and she was frightened about what she would discover. After exploring the house, she found a small ray of hope, a leaking pipe provided for the thirsty cats. She looked everywhere for the cats, but they were too scared to come out of hiding. Later, she decided to set up a trap and wait. She left the room because she didn't want them to catch sight of her and get spooked. A few minutes later, the trap closed with a click, catching not just one but two cats. Tiffany carefully moved them to the carrier and then set the trap again. She waited another 25 minutes until the trap finally caught the last female. It was almost midnight, so she spent the entire day at the site. She was tired, but before she went home, she left out food and water just in case there were more cats around. Once they arrived home, the rescued cats were very cautious. The female cat quickly found a hiding place and was too frightened to eat. The small kitten, who was only a few weeks old and very thin, very cautiously approached the food. The ginger cat, on the other hand, was too scared to come out of his carrier, even though there was a delicious meal waiting for him. After some time, they started to get to know each other, and Tiffany showed them that she wasn't a threat. Even though it was already 2 a.m, Tiffany couldn't resist playing with the little kitten. The following day, the neighbors shared some updates. There were 2 additional cats, a male adult cat and a young female kitten who had managed to escape when the owner passed. Tiffany decided to look for them because she knew they couldn't make it on their own. Eventually, after some time, she managed to locate them. These 2 felines had been surviving in tough conditions in an outhouse for quite some time, facing the harsh winter weather with very little protection. Tiffany decided to set up a trap and patiently waited. After waiting 50 minutes, she finally caught the little female. Then, 45 minutes later, she managed to catch Cookie, who was the oldest cat in the family. With the final 2 cats in her arms, she headed back home. Over the next few days, all the younger cats were taken to foster homes, where they were spayed and neutered and soon found loving families to adopt them. After realizing that she had to take some action for Cookie, she understood that finding him a new home was necessary. Being 4 years old, Cookie had never experienced the love of a home, so he was a real challenge. He didn't know how to use a litter box, but didn't understand affection, and was cautious of any form of interaction. He was most scared of all the cats and only showed up for his favorite meal. Eventually, with time, he began to like his warm bed and started grooming himself. Although he was still timid and hesitant, he started coming out of his hiding spot every night for dinner. Tiffany spent a lot of time taking care of Cookie. It took 3 weeks, but finally something amazing happened. Cookie began to explore the whole house and even went upstairs. He found out how much fun it is to play, and he loved the feeling of a cozy bed. He learned how to use the litter box, and he enjoyed all the love and attention he got. Tiffany knew that Cookie was all set and ready, so she decided to find him a new home. His story was shared by a local daily newspaper, and it caught the attention of a wonderful family who immediately reached out to Tiffany. This family had a big house, a garden, and 2 furry friends eagerly awaiting to meet Cookie. It was like a dream come true. Not only did Cookie find a new home, but he also gained 2 furry friends to play with. Now they are all safe, well-fed, and showered with love. Tiffany showed so much patience, dedication, and love to save all the cats and help them find loving forever homes. I think it's amazing how she never stopped trying to help these scared animals. Rescuers like her truly make a difference by giving these innocent creatures a new start at being happy. Thank you, Tiffany. Cooper Marchie here. Ciao.